You're seeing this video because God wants you to realize that your timeline is not his timeline. He has a path discerned for you. And yes, it is your responsibility when inspired by God to take appropriate action. But there may be events in your life that occur that are going to strengthen you, that are going to build you, that will make you more resilient, that will prepare you for many levels above which you could have never imagined. You're sitting here thinking about these short-term goals and these timelines and these desires and these things that you want, but there's a bigger vision for you, bigger than you could ever imagine. Believe me, this was how it went for me. I'm sitting here thinking that I just want a sick car and a penthouse and a hot girl. And then God put me on this path of many difficulties and challenges and drug overdose and people getting killed and all these difficult things in my life. And I'm sitting there saying, God, why? Why can't I just achieve what I want? I'm working on myself. I'm building myself. And things weren't occurring on my timeline how I wanted them. But I had this realization. When I started following God and really following his word, I realized his timeline is not mine. I have to focus on what I can control only. Most things I don't control. I only control my action and my attitude. Life is going to happen. It's not going to happen to me. I'm not a victim. Life happens, and then I respond to it by what I say and what I do. And so when I started aligning my actions by praying every day, meditating every day, taking the actions that I was inspired to take, I had to be rid of the outcome. Once I got out of the outcome game, this beautiful thing happened. God put me through these difficult, challenging times over and over again. And there were periods in which I'm wondering, why is nothing changing? But then in an instant, this beautiful life blossomed, a new connection, a new direction, a new job, a new purpose, a new passion. And all of a sudden, I could have never done this for myself, but God did it for me because I was following him and I was taking action without wondering, why are the results not there? Why do I not have this outcome, right? Guys, many of you watching this video are not taking actions that are aligned with your ultimate purpose and your goals. Many of you have not even aligned, what is my purpose? What are my long-term goals? Who do I need to become? For any of you that want to become an optimal version of yourself, so that you can actually find your purpose, so that you can really deliver your passion to the world, so that you can achieve all these goals, just click the link directly in this video and you can work with me. I have a program in which I will help you develop your mind, improve your spiritual relationship so that you can create the life and the human being that's worthy of all these things that you want. Now, why am I qualified to talk about this? Well, I've made some mistakes in my life. Let's put it at that, right? I had 3 DUIs, 3 assault charges, kicked out of prep school, kicked out of college, lost my relationship with my parents. My friends and family weren't talking to me. I was in a lot of debt. I ended up getting drugged and robbed down here in Miami. I hit the lowest low point of my life, and God said to me when I woke up on my back, there is more for you in this life. So I decided to stop being so selfish. I decided to stop trying to control every little thing in my life, and I started giving it to God. I started giving God my life, my health, my finances, my job, everything, and praying every single day saying, God, please show me what I should do with my life. And I wasn't immediately inspired because I had to clear out all of the wreckage of my past. I had to remove the vices. I had to remove the people and the places and the things that were holding me back from creating a relationship with God. And when I started to remove my vices and build myself each and every day, I became more inspired. I was able to hear his word more. And what I started to realize is that all the difficulty, all the challenge, all the pain were the things that were strengthening me and creating me into a human being that would be able to handle larger situations, right? Even along my journey, when I decided to personally develop myself and start to align myself with God, some crazy things happened. I pulled myself out of debt and I started a financial technologies company and things were going amazing. And then COVID happened. And at the beginning of COVID, my financial technologies company crumbled completely. I was out of a job. I was lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And I went through a very difficult 2 months in which I was praying and meditating and journaling and working with my mentor every day to say, what should I do with my life? I don't want to keep taking these jobs just to make money, where I'm not delivering my purpose or my passion, yet I don't even know what I like or what I want to do. And so through a bunch of exercise, working with my mentor and praying every single day, God, please show me what I should do, I eventually was introduced to somebody that owned a functional medicine company. And I really enjoyed non-traditional medicine because it made some changes in my life. When I started following functional medicine and a new diet, I cured my autoimmune disorder without prescription medication. So I believed in this industry, and I also realized I wanted to help people. I love helping people. So I get into this industry and I scale this company from 4 million to 12 million, and then I become president of 10X Health and scale that from 9 million to 50 million. None of that would have happened had I not gone through this difficult time. None of that would have happened if my financial technologies company didn't crumble and fail. I didn't ask God, why? God, why is this happening to me? I said, God, show me the path. What's next? And by having that attitude and that outlook on life of all of your challenges are there to strengthen you, to realign your compass, to push you in a direction you couldn't otherwise be pushed, what you'll realize is that life is happening and it's your choice on how you respond to it. But when you can walk through these situations in faith, when you can walk through fear and have faith in God, no matter how much you're tested or how difficult it gets, your life will become amazing. I promise you, I'm a living, breathing testimony. Even when I left 10X Health, I found myself very depressed. I was no longer the president. Nobody wanted me anymore. I wasn't getting 250 emails. I wasn't getting messages on every single app. I was no longer the golden boy. I felt lost and sad and depressed and lonely. But instead of wondering why I felt this way, I just prayed to God every single day. God, strengthen me. Show me what I can do. Show me how I can help people. Show me how I can use the gifts that you've given me, my skills and ability to make an impact, and show me what that looks like. And I prayed and prayed and prayed. And for 6 months, nothing changed. I was running a consulting agency and I fell out of my disciplines and I wasn't really an optimal human being. But as I started to get optimal again, and as I started to get aligned mentally, physically, spiritually, and become more disciplined and not give in to my vices and temptations, God made it very clear. He introduced me to someone that said, hey, you should be coaching online. You should be helping people improve their mind, get sober, develop a spiritual relationship, get healthy, build an optimal physique, and build businesses. Because I had overcome so many issues in my life that it was time for me to get online and do this. But had I not consistently seek God and been open to his message, I would have missed this. I would have just taken another job just to make more money. Find people who have been through the types of things that you're going through and have had success on the other side. When you find people that have the type of life that you want, when they have good relationships with friends and family, when they help other people, when they have a spiritual relationship, when they're making money, when they're scaling businesses, when you find those people, work with them. Don't ask them, how's this going to work? Why is it going to work? When's it going to work? You don't know. Have faith in God and walk in faith through your fear. If someone is put into your life with massive success and they've overcome the problems that you have, there's a reason. It is not coincidence. When God puts these people in your life, make sure you take advantage of the situation and you actually work with these people, because that is your shepherd into what it looks like to live in the Spirit of the Lord. Now, join a church, become spiritual, start to read scripture, get yourself aligned with God, because I promise you, the more that you do, the more that you'll realize this is a blessed life. You already have a blessed life. But if you're consistently taking actions, if you're serving God, if you're helping others, if you're not worried about the results, and if you realize that the challenges are the gifts, a beautiful life is on the other side of that. I promise you. I've been through it all. Overdosed, pronounced dead, squandered everything in my life, all my opportunities, lost my relationship with my family. And today I have it all back because God is the one that allowed me to live this life despite all my misguided behavior in the past. So seek him. And if you need help with that, feel free to message me, guys. I'm more than happy to show you how I developed a spiritual practice on a day-to-day basis. This is what saved my life. God gave me a second chance, and he said to me, there is more for you in this life. The same way that I know there is more for any of you watching this video. That's why it's on your feed. Guys, I love you. Please take action from this video. Start to seek God on a daily basis. And if you need help developing that practice and becoming optimal, you can click the link directly to apply with me in this video. All love.